evento.
Wait, is this your man's evento Thursday?
What are you guys going to do next year? You're not going to know what to do with
Right, I don't know, man. We'll figure out something. How about you guys?
I'm ready.
Hey, now he looks away. Over this way, man. What are you doing?
This is good stuff. The banquet team this year. For those of you who haven't been on the team before, your first time coming to the banquet, I think it's a really nice end of season thing that we do. Celebrate all the things we've done, and also just one last time that the team kind of get together as a group. I want to kind of recap some of the highlights of the season that we had. Unfortunately, as we all know, this was a season that was kind of cut short in terms of meets, cut short in terms of practices. We ended up losing 2 meets, numerous practices, which compared to a lot of the other winter sports, this has really impacted more than the other ones because we can't make up our meets, as you saw. Also, a lot of kids didn't end up practicing a lot towards the end of the year because of the snow, but despite all that, I really think it was a very successful season. Not necessarily our best season in terms of wins and losses, but as you can see with all the papers that I handed out to all the swimmers and divers, you can see a lot of improvement throughout the year. You can see a lot of improvement from the previous year to this year. And what's great about this sport is you can really track how you're doing based on times and scores. Short seasons, it's kind of hard to track just within this season, improvement, but Michael's been a 4-year member of the team, and you really can see the improvement that he had from freshman year to this year. He came in as somebody who was primarily a backstroker, and his backstroke has gotten better throughout the 4 years, but also this year he's turned into somebody who's been successful in some other events. He's done well with the freestyle and been a member of some of our freestyle. It's kind of our version of an MVP award. I'll call it the male and female at the same time for this. Spencer Sterling and Nikki Callie. They're 2 swimmers that really I can count on every week, no matter what event I put them in, they're going to score a lot of points. And what makes it also great is they're both very versatile. They'll do any event that I ask them to do. And if you saw the sheets that I pass out all the times, you'll notice on their sheets it takes up pretty much the entire. Next one up is Kevin Yang. This is Kevin's first year on the team. Not often you get a senior to come out during their, just during their senior year. And swimming, as I'm sure Kevin found this year, is not an easy thing to do when you haven't done it all your life. A lot of people, when they come out, and I've seen it throughout the years, they come out the first time, they haven't really swam throughout their life. They get in the pool, they struggle to make it through the first, tryout practice, and then they say, look, this isn't for me, I'm done. But to Kevin's credit, he came to the first practice, struggled through the tryout, and said, you know what, I think I'm going to do this. It's all right. And he's, while it hasn't been, his #1 sport, he's done well, and he's improved throughout the year. He's willing to learn, and he thinks very well of his fellow teammates during the swim-a-thon this year. One of our other teammates wasn't feeling that well and couldn't do that many laps, and Kevin was so thoughtful that he said, I don't want somebody else to be at the bottom of the swim-a-thon on their own. I'll do just as few laps. Next up is Michael Brennan.
Hey, Michael.
As you saw earlier with the award that he got, Michael's really improved in the pool throughout his 4 years. He came in, like I said, as somebody who pretty much was only valuable as a backstroker, and at that point as a freshman and sophomore really was our 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 6th best backstroker team. And at this point he's gotten to the point where he's valuable enough where he's in the divisional lineup, he can do freestyle at a solid level, whereas before it wasn't necessarily that great, and did 200 freestyle earlier in the year this year, and actually did really well at it. And if there were more meets, I'm sure you would have been excited for it, but I would have put you in 200 free more often. Mike's been a captain this year and has shown a lot of leadership, and again, somebody who has grown not only as a swimmer, but as a person throughout his 4 years. So I do appreciate all that he's given to the team, not only in the pool, but also out of the pool as well. What you doing next year? Not yet. Not sure what he's going. But again, he's going to be nice, and I do appreciate everything he's done.
All right, cool.
Next up is Jeff Brumfield.
Hey, Jeff!
somebody who really knows how to save the best for last. Last year, one of his big goals was he wanted to go under a minute in 100 freestyle. Every single week we put it in him. Every week he would go either a minute flat or 101, get as close as he can, but not necessarily go under a minute. And he was fortunate enough to be able to do the relay at Metros last year. And I said to him, hey, why don't you lead off the relays? If you lead off the relay, it's an official individual time. And he led off the relay at Metros and went 59.78 last year at the end of the year. I had this goal of going under 26 seconds in my 50 freestyle. So I put them in every single week, and every week 26.05, 26.10, 26.20, all right in the low 26s every single time. Get to Metros, 200 freestyle relay. I said, why don't you lead off? It's an official time again. Where'd you go? 25 seconds. Persistence and hard work really do pay off, and once we get to those championship meets, it's not often that you see people who are not necessarily year-round club swimmers excelling and being part of the relays at that level. And Jeff's been able to do that the last couple of years, and it's not just because we needed somebody. He's been one of our better swimmers, which is a lot for somebody who doesn't swim all the time, all year round. So he's done very well in the sport, and he's going to be missed next year in those sprint events. Next year. So. On a team of, again, close to 70 kids on the team, it takes more than just a coach and practices and meets. Make sure everything's organized and make sure things are going well. And I really count on our captains to provide a lot of leadership to the team, because we have a lot of first-time members of the team that really don't know how things go. A lot of people are coming from summer programs or some year-round programs, and they're used to how things go with those teams. But when they get to their first meet or first practice, they don't know what to do. A lot of times, they won't necessarily always turn to a coach, especially when other people are talking to me. They'll go up to the captains and they'll be able to answer a lot of the questions. Captains lead stretches and practices. Oftentimes, they help me in coaching the practices, and during meets, lead the cheers and really get the team into the meet and fired up. And I really do appreciate all their help throughout this year, and for a lot of them, 4 years that they've been on the team as well. So I know the team does appreciate everything you've done as well. So, hand for the captains.